In this video, we'll cover user registration. So let's configure the sign-in widget for user registration. So we'll have our page and we'll have this new entry here at the bottom. Don't have an account? Sign up. They click the link to sign up and then we'll give them this form. They can give their email address, password, first name and last name, and then they can register. So with email activation, during the registration process, the user is required to provide an email address. So Okta will send the user an email. Now we have the option to configure the email activation. One is that we could make the email activation mandatory. So that means that the user must click the link in the email for their account to be active. Or we could make the activation optional. So here the user is not required to click the link for activation. They can still log in. Now, I like to say that email activation mandatory, this is good for production because you're going to make sure that they give you a valid email address. And then for activation optional, this is good for dev or testing when you're starting out. So this allows you to make use of fake emails. So you can make use of like user1@lovetocode.com, user2@lovetocode.com, or whatever. Just give fake emails just to see that the whole user registration process works. But again, once you go to production, you can flip the switch and make the activation mandatory. All right, so let's look at the development process. It's a really short process. The first step is enabling user registration in the Okta dashboard, and then we simply configure the code in the login component. So it's really short, really sweet. All right, so step one of enabling the user registration in the Okta dashboard. First, we log into the Okta dashboard. Then we select users registration, like you see here on the screen. And then we simply enable the registration. We set up the activation requirements as far as enabling or disabling. And I'll get into all the details in the upcoming video, all the different things you need to click and set up. We'll cover that in the upcoming video. Alrighty, step two of configuring the code in the login component. So when we create our Okta sign-in inside of the constructor, we simply give this new item here. We make use of features, registration true. So this will allow us to have that actual item there on the login widget, or we can have the actual sign up or registration link. For developer documentation, you can get additional details on user registration. See this link I have on the slide. It'll redirect you to the official Okta documentation. Okay, I'm excited. Let's go ahead and move into the next video and let's go ahead and get this set up and configured. I'll see ya in the next video.